Peter Gray from the AU Review. Hello, Connie.
Hi, how are you again?
Lovely to talk to you again.
Yes.
Did you have fun last night?
It was so lovely. It was also really amazing in that huge theater and to see so many fantastic, super excited people. It was really a great experience.
It must be kind of surreal in a way to sort of step back into a role after 24 years. Like, how did you, like, did the legacy of the original film sort of influence your performance in any way, stepping back into it?
I mean, for me, Lucilla is like somebody I know deeply and intimately, and it doesn't matter how long it has passed, I still felt myself just sliding right into her experience. And it was now enriched by, 18 years of things that had happened in between. And, that was such a great story to bring in just in preparation for the character. And then, of course, as soon as you step on set with Ridley Scott, it's just this extraordinary, textured, layered, nuanced experience that where you see everyone is on their toes. Everyone is ready to play. It's a great experience.
I was going to ask about, have you seen Ridley Scott as a director? Like, have you seen him change in any way to how he directed you in Gladiator to Gladiator II?
He's a man in a hurry. He has got like 15 more films he wants to do at least, that he's planning. And what's extraordinary is you can really see how technology has just followed up and just kept on evolving to the point where now Ridley is finding himself in a place where the technology makes it so available to him to make these extraordinary visions that he sees inside his mind. And where before he needed more hours, more people, more space, more time to do that, now he can do so in a very short amount of time and space. And so you can just see how he's just thriving with all the opportunities that technology gives him.
I mean, I love seeing, like, we obviously have like the flooding of the Colosseum and things like that. Like, how much of that was practical compared to special effects?
I mean, I'm not going to give away the tricks. I can just say that Mr. Scott knows what he's doing. Yeah.
And one of the great lines in the film is obviously, what we do here echoes in eternity. And we obviously see film as being immortal in many ways. Like, I hope film stays immortal. But is there a role for you that you've done that you would like to be looked at as, like, if there's only one role that I could be remembered for, like, what would it be?
Oh, that's not fair. Obviously, Lucilla is this beautiful role. I feel kind of blessed that I have had this access to playing extraordinary women. During the past 2 years, I've released a miniseries about the Danish writer Karen Blixen, and where we really focused not on her romantic life, but her artistic life, and what made it so extraordinary as part of her personal growth, and how it translated itself into her art. And that was something that was really dear to my heart, because we don't usually portray women artists as artists. We portray them as women. But when we portray men who are artists, we portray them as artists. And I wanted to kind of even the field on that one with Karen. And so to me, that particular work is just really close to my heart as well.
Yeah. Well, on the mention of that, like, I feel like we're starting to really see women get the sort of like the roles that they deserve, the stories that should be told. Like, was that a massive part of collaborating with Ridley in sort of bringing out the complexities of Lucilla and this time around?
Absolutely. I feel like Ridley kind of creates all of these plot points and sets up incredible situations within the script, but he sees the script as something that's constantly evolving while we're shooting. So he does, even on the first one, it's very much true for the first one and very much true for the second one as well, where there's just this real elastic, this really strong give and take. And so all of the actors we bring to the set every morning, plenty of ideas and almost heart blood, because we really, really come in there and are pushing and advocating for our characters, because those characters don't just exist for the story. They don't just exist for us as actors. those characters exist as mirrors to everyday people who go and watch this film and who feel seen when we tell a kind of truth to them. And so I think a lot of people are on the set were trying to give that to the audience as well.
And speaking of on the set, you obviously have a lot of actors in this film, and like we obviously have adopted Russell Crowe as one of our own, but you have him and then you have Paul Mescal. And I know last night you were like, you couldn't choose between the two
There's
of them.
no way.
But like, how did you sort of see, I guess because like Paul's kind of in the same realm as what Russell was back then, like did you sort of see similarities in their performance and their personalities?
I mean, obviously Paul knows that he's playing Maximus's son.
Yeah.
And so at the same time, I also see how Paul was really doing this extraordinary inner work to just really stay connected to what it is that he brings to the role. And I think he's just found this really great balance inside of himself and that I think is like makes you trust his instinct when you're going on scenes with him, because he's very much playing something out of his own creation, but with a very humble, obviously, approach that honors all of Russell Crowe's enormous impact on film the last 30 years, right?
Yeah. No, I mean, the film was, I was so excited to see where the story would go this time round, and hats off to everybody involved, and your performance was incredible.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.